Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial. I'm Robert and in the next minutes you will learn how to create a cool WordPress landing page like this. I will show you everything you need to do, step by step from start to finish. What makes this tutorial unique is the fact that you will see how I get all the free resources like this beautiful background image and graphic elements below. You'll also learn how to choose the colors and proper fonts for your landing page, so don't worry if you are a complete beginner. I want to mention that you can install the OrbitFox WordPress plugin for free, which will give you the possibility to create almost any kind of WordPress landing page with a single push of a button, like this. We will add new templates progressively, so install the plugin and be sure it's up to date. This video will teach you how to build your own WordPress landing page from scratch. No programming or web design skills required. Are you ready? Let's get started. Two of the main tools I use in this tutorial are the free version of Hestia WordPress theme and the drag and drop page builder by Elementor, which is a WordPress plugin I use often for my online projects. The reason I use Hestia is that it has perfectly integrated custom page templates created especially for page builders like this, and works very well together with Elementor. Before we start creating this cool-looking WordPress landing page, we'll need to get some graphics and images. But how do we get them if we know nothing about web design? Don't worry about this, I promise that I will show you everything. Pixabay.com, for example, is a great source where you can download free images and even videos for your online projects. Now, let's see how I get those images I use for this project. Search for gift-related resources or just type your landing page subject here and we'll get a lot of results in no time. What you can do next is select whether you need an image, video or graphic element for your landing page. I'll stick with the image selection for now, and what I choose to download first is the header background image. The best resolution you can choose to download is 1920 pixels wide, but you can download a bigger image too. Just keep in mind that the higher the image is, your landing page will become slower, and I talk about loading time here. So, choose the resolution wisely. I have created a new folder on my computer named Landing Page where I will save everything for this project. Next, I will look for a diploma type leather paper with the vector graphic selection type in the drop-down menu. This is exactly what you can see on the right bottom of the header area. After that, I will search for the gift term in all images, and I will download the graphic element you can see first on the right side of the form. Next, I will look for a gift box with transparent background and then I will search for the Santa Claus image in the footer area. You can see two more graphic elements on this WordPress landing page, which I will slightly adjust after download to perfectly fit the areas where I will use them. You can choose any other elements you may consider better or related to the subject of your landing page. Now, go back to the WordPress dashboard and start by adding a new page. Type the name of your page, choose the page builder blank from this drop-down menu, and then publish it. If you want to keep this page private until you finish it, just hit the Save button, then click Edit with Elementor. Here we are. This is the Elementor interface with all the tools you need to create a WordPress landing page from scratch. If you preview the page, what you can see now is a blank background. So, let's start adding the sections and elements. Before adding any section, click on the left menu of Elementor sidebar and go to the page settings, where you can adjust the default style of the page, the background color in our case. I will choose this dark red color and then I will copy the color code, which I will use again later. Now, add a new single column section and set the layout preferences as needed. The height in our case will be set to 800 pixels as minimum. Next, go to the Style tab and upload the background image. Choose the top and bottom shape divider as mountains, for example, and then set the color of both to the same dark red used in the background. OK, the next step will be to put some text in the center of the screen. Then, style it as needed. Drag a heading text element into the box, align it to the center of the screen, change the text with official letter to, and then go to the Style tab to choose the white color and Christmas-related fonts. Adjust the size, the letter spacing if needed, and set a black text shadow with 30% blur. Duplicate the text element, change the text to Santa Claus, and that's it. Actually, I'm going to do a little adjustment to the background image, so click the section again to activate the setting of it in the left sidebar. I will go to the Style tab and set a black overlay with 0.2 opacity. The readability of the text is much better now, right? You can make it even darker, but I think this is okay. So, let's move to the next step. Wait, I almost forgot about the dividers, so let's drag the first divider element above the text. Choose the dotted option in the drop-down, set the weight to 4, the color to white, the width to 70%, and the alignment to center. Duplicate the divider element, drag it below the last heading element, and adjust the width back to 40%. The button, sure, let's add the button here. This is the button element which I will drag below the last divider and then I will start customizing it. Align it to the center of the screen, change the text to click here to start writing, and set the link to letter. Adjust the color of the button, the text, and the size, and then click Save. I think it looks great so far. Even better than the demo, right? That's it. The header area of your WordPress landing page is done. What I am going to do next is a new section with 2 columns, which will be the content holder you can see below the header area in this demo. Adjust the columns with exactly like I do. 30% for the right column and 70% for the left column. Now, drag an image element to the right column and upload the diploma type image. Set the image size to full, then go to the Advanced tab. What you need to do here is to unlink the margins and set the top margins to -200 pixels. This will push the image slightly over the bottom area of your header. Okay, now let's do the green text above the white box, and then we need to place an anchor for the button link. Remember? First, drag the text element again, or just simply duplicate a heading above. This way, you'll work faster. Drag the duplicated element to the left column below and set the color of the text to green. The same green as the button. Adjust the text size, and when you finish, drag a menu anchor right above the text. Set the ID to letter, and that's it. Your button link is activated now, and you will see how it works at the end of this video, so keep watching. Next, I will create the white area where you can see the form. Drag a text editor element here and make the background white in the Advanced Settings tab. Further down, in the Border Options menu, activate the box shadow. Choose the white color and drag the opacity to 0. Adjust the blur to 20 and the spread to 10. Then click Save. Let's see how it looks live. I think the spread will look better if it's set to 15 instead of 10. Sure, it looks much better. The form is generated automatically after you install and activate the Pirate Form plugin, which is another good free tool I use. The only thing you need to do next is to insert the form shortcode in the text area of your landing page like this. Adjust the text above the form to your own preferences, and then add a graphic element like this, if needed, from the resources folder created at the beginning of this tutorial. The letter area is done, and what I will do next is to add the image you can see near the right side of the white box. Drag an image element, set the image size to full, and then add the first image. You can set an entrance animation in the Advanced tab like this, and then duplicate it. Change the image within by uploading the gift box and move to the next one. I will set the top margin of the image boxes to -50 pixels to have it well aligned with the form on the left. Finish with the last image and move forward. We are almost done. The last things I need to do now are the footer text and the graphic element which comes slightly over the bottom area of the form. So, add a new single column section and make it stretch and full width. Drag a text heading element in it, change the text, make it white, and change the typography like so. Next, drag an image element above the text and upload the footer PNG here. Choose the full image size in the drop-down and then adjust the margin in the Advanced tab to -70 pixels. That's it. The WordPress landing page, which you can use to let the kids send letters to Santa Claus, is done. It looks great, and you can use what you just learned to build any kind of landing page actually. Your own imagination is the limit. If you have questions about the WordPress landing page or you feel like I forgot to mention something, please let me know in the comments box below this video. Now, I invite you to see more video tutorials about WordPress for beginners and advanced, and if you wish to be notified exactly when we upload the next video, please subscribe.